PFF 101 is in the books. That's right, the top players in the NFL in 2018. But of course, Sam, there are some misses. The fans are asking questions. What about my favorite player? Why didn't he make it? A quick reminder, we ranked the top 101 players based solely on 2018, and all positions were created equally. We did write an article on the site with the top 10 snubs. Give me one of the snubs that stood out to you that just missed the 101.
Yeah, everybody loves snubs, but the important thing to know is that anybody that makes the 101 list has had an excellent season. When you consider the number of players that play in the National Football League every single year, to be among the top 101 is really impressive. Even to just miss the list means you were in some pretty good company. So let's start with Dallas Cowboys left tackle Tyron Smith, who, you know, when he's at his best, when he's 100% healthy, is maybe the best left tackle in football. But when was the last time Tyron Smith was 100% healthy?
3 years ago?
Right, and that's the problem, is that when he was playing, he played pretty well, but he's been dealing with injuries. He's been a little bit down from his best form. So we had an 86.6 pass blocking grade this past season. An impressive performance, allowed just 18 total pressures on almost 600 pass blocking snaps, but just not quite the player we've seen from him in the past, and it was enough to drop him just off the list.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Matt Ryan, the QB for the Atlanta Falcons, because, of course, like I said earlier, if we were doing value, all these quarterbacks would be up near the top of the list, but all positions created equally. And Matt Ryan, though the statistics were very, very good this season, was number 11 in our QB grading. So Matt Ryan has this fascinating career where every year we're on the opposite side of where the stats are, essentially. Dating back to 2015, we said, look, the stats aren't great, but he's playing better than you think. 2016, his MVP season, he was very, very good, but not as good as the stats would indicate. 2017 was the opposite. He had just the worst luck when it came to interceptions. Right. He played much better than his stats. In fact, his 2017 PFF grade was better than his 2018 PFF grade, even though his passer rating went from 91.6 all the way up to 107.9 this past season. So the story for Matt Ryan, the stats just didn't match the way he played on the field. He had better interception luck this past year. Also a ton of garbage time and yards after the catch that kind of led to those high touchdown totals. And yeah, Matt Ryan's we're on the opposite end of where the stats are every single year.
So another guy I think is a little bit of a snub is Baltimore Ravens safety Eric Weddle, who's really just been this incredibly reliable force in the back end for the Ravens. He's incredibly consistent. He's always in the right place at the right time, helping that defense get organized as well. Missed just 5 tackle attempts this season on 78 overall attempts. Incredibly good tackling consistency. I think he's a really good player. Again, just missed the list.
And then I'm going to go with DeForest Buckner, the interior defensive lineman for the San Francisco 49ers. This has more to do, I think, with just how loaded the NFL is right now with interior disruptors, because he had a very good season, 81 grade, in the second straight year that he's graded at that level, but that's, top 20-ish when it comes to interior defensive linemen. So DeForest Buckner, very good. He continues to improve. He's making us look good from our projection coming out of Oregon a couple of years ago. He's just not at that top 10 to 15 tier just yet when it comes to interior defensive linemen, or at least this past year he wasn't. So he's a guy that just missed the list. If you guys want to see the rest of the top 10, it's over at profootballfocus.com. And of course, if you want to see the entire 101, check it out right here on the YouTube channel.